I found the supplier on 1688, and within 15 minutes, I had verified the company, found the factory's manager's direct contact information, and added him on Wechat. And the best part, I didn't need to fly to China. I don't need a sourcing agent, and I definitely didn't need to board a plane. Now, does finding their contact information guarantee factory video call? Absolutely not, because finding a supplier is one thing and easy, but getting the supplier to take you seriously, that is the hard part. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I went from a product listing on 168 to a verified factory contact and position myself so that we can potentially schedule a live factory inspection without ever stepping foot in China. My name is Michael Regan, the founder of Borderless Commerce, and if you're sourcing products from China and want to build direct supplier relationships, visit borderlesscommerce.net. Let's start with the actual product listing. This is a smart reading pen supplier on 1688. Most buyers immediately focus on price, MOQ, and shipping. I don't. I'm interested in who's behind the list because a good supplier is often worth more than the product itself. There are so many factories in China, you can find products everywhere. So the second step is after you find your product listing is to identify the supplier. From the listing, we identified they're from Shenzhen. And if you're following with me, let me zoom in better. On 168, it's all in Chinese, but if you use Google Chrome, translate to English, it may work. Right now, I'm going to be doing everything in Chinese, but if you want to use it in English, you can use Google Chrome, install the Google Translate extension, click Translate to English, and good to go. So now we know this is the Shenzhen company right here. You can see the company information on the top left corner. We're no longer searching for a product at this time. We're researching the company, and this is where most buyers stop. This is where professional buyers actually go a step further. So you can actually click on the company information here, right? You can see their credentials. If you simply scroll here and click, and it will take you to the business information of the supplier. So this page gives us the company name here, registration information. The most important piece of this is this area right here though, and I'll explain to you why in a second, but this is essentially their company ID number. So think of this as China's version of business registration number or EIN if you're American. So a couple ways to verify this company. I love using a website. So I'm going to copy this, and this website is called tianyancha.com. You can see the data here, and this gives you like an azimuth check if the company works. So we simply paste the company information into Tianyancha, and within seconds we can verify this is a legit company. So here you can see the registration status. So if you see like a green button there, that means it's actually working. You can see the legal representative name here, their email address, and their phone number. If you don't see their phone number, you can click here to get more information on the company. You should be able to see the phone number here. Worst case scenario, you may have to log in and require a Chinese phone number, but sometimes they will leave the phone number here. Now this is very important because with the phone number, this is one of the most powerful tools when sourcing from China. You can simply go on Wechat. So in this case, I'm going to add the phone number I saw on file in my Wechat to see if this person exists. And in 99% of the times they do. Boom. So you can see this person is a contact when you search that phone number on Wechat, and you can add them there, and it's super helpful. But yeah, when you open the company profile, you can see that we have access to the company details, business history, the contact information, registered personnel. And the most important thing in my opinion is a phone number. Sometimes you may get away with their email if you search for it on Wechat, and they might have a Wechat account based on that email, but in most cases I would go for their phone number. Now let's put ourselves in the supplier's shoes. Factories on 168 receive messages every single day. Messages from competitors, traders, drop shippers, students, scammers, people with intentions of purchasing. So think about it. The supplier is already receiving inquiries directly through 168. They may even have people like yourselves that are watching this video that find their Wechat and contact them on Wechat. So why should they spend 30 minutes walking a stranger through their factory line on a video call? So from their perspective, you haven't placed an order, you haven't visited their factory in person, you haven't proven you're serious. You're simply another message in a very long queue of messages. And this is where some research becomes helpful. So on the supplier website, back here, you just go on the drop down, you can actually click more on their factory information. This page gives us additional intelligence about the factory size, how long operating, factory photos. You can get a lot more information from here, so you can go in well prepared. They also have a factory page that they introduce on 1688, and this includes like the employee count, factory photos, certifications, videos, years in operations. You can get it. From what we can see here, this supplier has been established since 2018. It has approximately over 1,000 meters, around 45 employees, and already we're building the confidence about knowing this factory before even speaking to them. And another point is that a website matters. This is where most buyers make another mistake. They find the WeChat, they immediately send, hey, what's the price? What's the MOQ? What's the sample? That's actually not enough. Factories want to know who they're talking to. This is why I recommend having a company website, business email, LinkedIn profile, maybe because, LinkedIn doesn't really work in China, business card work, product catalog. When I direct someone to borderlesscommerce.net, website I run, they immediately understand what I do, who I am, what I do, why I'm contacting them, and this dramatically increases the chances of getting a response versus just being, hey, this is I'm just looking what the price is, and without having any proof about what kind of business you run. And if you don't have a website, you're brick and mortar, yeah, you can show that too with a business card. Maybe show them like some live streaming or some videos if you're a warehouse. That works as well. But the important thing is to know what to say. So instead of asking for prices immediately, send something like this. Hello, my name is Michael Regan. It's better if you do this in Chinese though. Make sure you use a Google Translate to use it in Chinese. But I mean, you could do it in English if you're using WeChat. WeChat has built-in translation features. I operate Borderless Commerce, a sourcing consulting business focused on helping companies source products from China. I came across your company while searching education technology products and would like to learn more about your manufacturing capabilities. Would it be possible to arrange an introductory WeChat call? And then you can send them your information like your website, some sales proof, what kind of business and industry you're involved in, and just keep it simple. Just say thank you. It's simple, professional, respectful, then move on. Now, when you actually get the video calls, what kind of things do you ask? If they agree, ask them to show the following: the production floor, to make sure they're not one of those ghost shell companies that just say they have employees but they don't actually have an employee. The warehouse inventory is important because they keep safety stock in case they want samples to be sent and tested by their customers. Then compare what you see with your eyes against their product listing on their website, their company information, their factory profile. Everything should be a consistent. There is an important reality check when you're doing this. A WeChat inspection is useful, but it does not replace visiting China. An in-person factory visit will always be superior in my opinion. Relationships are stronger, trust develops faster, and negotiations improve. Think of the video calls like the first interview. Like there's different stages to an interview before you get a job. You need to go through a few before you actually sign a contract of working in partnership with this company. The factory visit in person is the final interview, and I think they each have their own place. The video calls just get things started because nothing screams serious to a supplier than someone who had traveled overseas to go do a factory visit in person, like hands down. Especially if you're a foreigner, they're going to take you a lot more seriously than if it's just some random person that took a 15-minute ride to go visit the factory. Just being honest. Now at this point, there's probably a question some of you are asking. Yeah, Michael, that's great, but how did you find the supplier in the first place? Because if you're new to sourcing, starting at 168 can be overwhelming. There are millions of products, thousands of suppliers, everything is in Chinese, you need to pay in Chinese yuan, and if you don't know how to search properly, you'll spend hours going down rabbit holes, not ordering products that require high MOQs. In this example, we just use a smart reading pen. The real skill is knowing how to find the right product and the right suppliers before you even begin the verification process. And that's exactly what I cover in this next video. I show you exactly how to use 168 to find product opportunities, identify manufacturers, and avoid trading companies, compare suppliers, and build your own shortlist before you even contact anyone. So if you want to learn how professional buyers navigate China's world's largest marketplace, make sure to watch this video right here.